Hello, this is Mr. Leftridge, computer technology teacher for Oakwood Adventist Academy, grades 5 through 8. Today we're focusing on how to check grades and assignments. This is one of the, I'd say, most popular requests from students and parents. Basically, how to make sure that the assignments are turned in and completed. And so I wanted to share this screencast to give you a better understanding of how a student can check the grades and assignments, and a parent can also check their child's grades and assignments. I have opened up our student account, and so this is what a student will see when they open up their particular account for Edmodo. One thing I want you to notice is that on the right hand side is notifications, and I've been reminding the students that this is the very first place to check just for information. It's kind of like my way of communicating with them directly with a message, or it gives them information on assignments. If a student sees a new direct post, this is a direct message more than likely from me, or an assignment comment, this will be a message from me, basically giving them information regarding their particular assignment. This is helpful for a student who may turn in an assignment, and then I may look at it and say, okay, well, let's make some corrections. Let's add to the assignment so that you can get a better grade. And so this will be the first place the student will need to check to make sure I have not given them a direct message, and especially on a particular assignment. Because what I'm noticing a lot of times, a student will say, well, you know, I turned in an assignment. Yeah, you did turn in an assignment, but let's take a look at are there some corrections that need to be made? And I may have sent the assignment back, or I did not grade the assignment due to could be grammar errors. Maybe they didn't give their full potential in working on that particular assignment. So in order to help the student, I will not grade it, but actually send it back to them so that they can update it. Now, normally I only do that once. So after I send them the message, if they don't respond, and over a period of time, then I'll just go ahead and grade it as they send it to me. They may end up getting a low grade in the process. So that's why it's important for the students to check this particular area, these notifications. Of course, new grades that come in that I have graded, they can check those, and any assignments that are due or late can be checked here. So that's the first place the student should go, and then the second place will be right here at the very top, the third from the left, where it says progress. They just simply click on that and then go to their particular grade, and normally it'll just say computer and then their grade, and then they can actually view all of their assignments as well that have been given in class from the very first day that we started the group, which will be at the beginning of the school year, and it will take this all the way to the end of the school year. So it gives a nice portfolio of all their work and the things that they're doing throughout the school year. So you can see right here, of course, the student hasn't turned anything because it's not a real account, but immediately you can see whether the student has turned in the assignment or not. And this way the student themselves can check to say, okay, did I turn this assignment in or not? They can look and actually view if they did turn it in, and if it's saying waiting instead of not turned in, it just simply means that they're waiting for me to grade the assignment. They can check if they did not turn the assignment. They can always go back to the link and just click on that link, and it will open up the assignment once again for them to actually go in and complete the assignment and then turn it in. So this is a good, basically, you know, it's the student's gradebook. They can see what they're doing. Up here will happen a green filler will fill these up as they complete the assignment, and then this gives more of a graphical view of how they're doing with assignments, so they can immediately see, okay, if there's one missing or two missing, then they're missing some assignments, or it could just mean that there's assignments that are due that they need to work on in a future date. Another area that is very helpful for the students is the planner. Just like a student planner book that a student will have where they can write down their homework assignments and when they're due, this is also done on Edmodo. And once they click on the calendar or planner, they can view it by the week or by the month and can quickly assess when things are due, on what particular date they're due. They can also add in a new event, so the students have the ability to write in an assignment that is due from another class. So it's just not computer class, it can be language arts, math, science, whatever class they have. They can use this online planner for all of their activities, whether it's even after school, sports, music, anything related to what they want to do. They can put it on their calendar as their own personal online calendar for them. This can be printed out for them to have. They can post it up once they print it, and of course it can be exported out as well, and it can go from today all the way through throughout the school year. And so this is very helpful for the student to get organized and to make sure that they're taking responsibility to check when assignments are due, if they turn in an assignment or not, if it's been graded. And so this is a great way to keep them on point. I'm going to move now to the parent account. This is what a parent account will look like once a parent logs in. And generally you will see this information up here for you to click on immediately. But I think it's better for even parents to kind of check the stream first, just to see what's going on in class. All the assignments that usually are posted will show up here, or any posts by their child will show up here. So I would check the stream first just to make sure that you're getting information. You can also filter this by your particular student, and in this case the student is named Test. You can just click on Test, and then you can actually just see what that person is saying, or even my direct messages to the student will show up here as well. So that's a great way to keep track of your students' activities during the stream of our class. That's important as well. Mainly for parents to check grades and to make sure that assignments are turned in. Especially if a child says, well, I turned in my assignment to Mr. Leftridge and I'm fine. Well, okay, well, let's check it out. Let's go to grades, and then you just click on that, and then whatever assignments were given, you can check on that. Now with Edmodo, right now I'm the only teacher that's using it. We do have it available for all of our teachers in our school building, and eventually we're hoping that all teachers will be on board. But if there's another class, it will show up like this. But right now, they're only going to see computer class. So you just simply click on that particular class, and then you can actually see your students' grades that way, the same as the student will see it. And then you can see if they turn it in or not turned it in, or if the grade is being waiting. The grade hasn't been graded yet. Rather, the assignment hasn't been graded, and it will be, say, waiting on the side. And you can click on the link itself. Once you open that up, it will show you the assignment. It will show you the assignment's, the student's response to the assignment. If I have shared any comments to the student, like you need to resubmit this, you can actually see my comments and a particular date that I sent that message. And so that would be very helpful. I call Edmodo the window to my classroom. There's nothing like this electronically available. Generally, with paper, you have to wait till the teacher has, grades the assignment, and you might see the paper or you may not. With Edmodo, you can immediately see the assignments that the students have been working on. You can actually see how they responded, as well as any comments that I'm giving to the students are immediately given on Edmodo. So this is a great way to keep track of all work that a student is saying that they're doing. So, again, if you have any questions, like, okay, if the student, your child is saying, well, and especially if I send out, a message saying that your student has missing assignments, I would go first to Edmodo and actually check and see exactly which missing assignments are happening, and that way there's no question on if your child says, well, yeah, I did the assignment. Well, then you can immediately go into Edmodo and say, well, let's take a look and see if that's the case, and those questions will be immediately answered. And again, for the parent, you have a planner as well. You can also check to see what's upcoming. Any assignments that are coming up that are due, you can check by the week or by the month. And this is a good way to just keep up and say, okay, well, how are you doing with your typing web, or how are you doing with this particular project that might be due several weeks in advance, or down the road, I should say. And a student is currently working on that assignment. You can just ask them, well, how's that coming and how are you doing on it? Well, let's check. All right, so those are great ways to keep up to date. And of course, a parent can also print out the calendar and also export it to something else as needed. And so this is just a quick tutorial on how a parent and a student can check both grades and assignments. And this is very helpful to keep track of how things are going throughout the marking period. Especially for my class, of course, I'd like to get all of our teachers on board to some extent, and we're looking to do that. But however, I would check Edmodo at least once a week. This is a good way just to keep things on track. I would also recommend that you check at RimWeb at least once a week or more. This is our official grade book for our school. And so the things that are being graded in Edmodo are also being put in RimWeb. So it's kind of reflected in RimWeb. And in RimWeb, you only see the assignment and the grade. However, in Edmodo, you can see a whole lot more. You can see when the assignment was given, when your child actually worked on the assignment, what they did in the assignment, how I graded them, if I had sent any comments to them. All right, so this is a great way to keep things visible throughout the school year. Again, if you have any questions, you can easily call or send me email regarding anything that's happening in class. But this will give you a good insight at all times on what we're doing throughout the school year. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.